Dear sisters of ITF, I want to apologize for not being able to be there with you, but I'm very happy that you invited me and I want to contribute through this video to your debate.
Why do cuts in public services affect women workers more adversely?
Well, it's well known that women are one of the most vulnerable component of the labor market and of the labor forces. We have been assisting all the time in the past to the fact that even a strong fight of trade union were not able to completely abolish the wage gap between women and men. But what we are witnessing right now is the fact that austerity policies are dramatically increasing this gap and this injustice. Public fund cuts and austerity policies imposed by many governments in the countries that are facing an economic crisis is imposing to cut public services. That's something affecting women much more than men and the well-being of our communities and our families. And at the same time, all enterprises that are facing a crisis, no matter if they are public or if they are private, the first thing that they do is cutting wages, and cutting wages affect women much more than men. Austerity policies have been also imposing in many countries labor reforms and pension reforms that are creating further injustice in the society. And women, as long as young workers, have been affected more about that. Particularly the cut in wages and the cut in pensions is creating a new class of working poor, and among these working poor, women are the most affected.
Why do women need quality public services?
Well, quality public services are not just a way to assist people. They are a fundamental branch and a fundamental part of our economies. They can provide growth in the GDP of our countries. It's estimated that public services contribute in an average more than 7% to the GDP of each country. So cutting quality public services means cutting the possibility to grow for a country and to have a fair growth from one end. From the other end, public services has been in all the Western economy and where a welfare system has been established in the past, the way to redistribute wealth. We can redistribute the wealth through increasing wages, establishing a fair taxation system, and establishing a quality public service system that can provide assistance that can be accessible and affordable for all citizens when they are more in need. Either we speak of assisting elders, assisting or taking care of children, education, healthcare, and transport, of course.
How do global unions like PSI and ITF support women workers to fight back?
Well, there are several ways to support women to fight against this injustice. First of all is training women to become leaders in their working place and in their union in order to be able to advance our claims and the request that we present to the social partners. There's also the possibility for global union as PSI and ITF to put on the top of the agenda of the global institution, of financial institution and international institution, such as the ILO, the IMF, the World Bank, the OECD, the fact that fighting against discrimination of women is a priority, and it's not a priority only for workers, but it's a priority for our society, for if we want to live in civil countries and in civil community.
Thank you very much.